Happy Wednesday, dearies. Guys, the Pope is in America right now. That's so exciting! I'm intensely jealous of everyone who gets to go see him right now. I need some coffee. Meanwhile, here in Oklahoma, I wanted to learn more about Pope Francis because, well, I know next to nothing about him. Do you guys want to learn with me? I sure hope so, because here we go. So, Pope Francis is the first pope to choose the name Francis. He chose the name in honor of Francis of Assisi. He says that he thought of St. Francis while he was being elected, and a Brazilian cardinal came and embraced him and said, "Don't forget the poor." He's a Jesuit, he's from Argentina, and he was born in 1936. Here's a quote I think is really cool. "Dialogue is born from an attitude of respect for the other person, from the conviction that the other person has something good to say. It assumes that there is room in the heart for the person's point of view, opinion, and proposal. Dialogue entails a cordial reception, not a prior condemnation. In order to dialogue, it is necessary to know how to lower the defenses, open the doors of the house, and offer human warmth." Isn't that cool? That's a quote from Pope Francis when he was just a cardinal in 2011 in a book called On Heaven and Earth. Dialogue is one of my favorite words, and Pope Francis uses it a lot. That makes me really, really excited. Dialogue is one of those tricky things. How do I have a conversation with someone who doesn't think like I do? Do I avoid talking about the things that we don't agree on? Do I try to change this person's mind? There's this awkward division of interest because I need to care about this person, and also I need to stand by the truth. So it's a bit of a conundrum. I found an address that Pope Francis gave at the Orthodox Church of St. George in Istanbul just last year in 2014. He paraphrases a part of Unitatis Redintegratio, that's the decree from Vatican II on Christian unity. And he says it is of the greatest importance to preserve and support the rich patrimony of the Eastern churches. I think that's really cool how much he focuses on how cool the Eastern Orthodox are. This is the Pope of the Roman Catholic Church. Here's my personal experience with dialogue. If I go into a conversation with someone who disagrees with me, I can't go into that conversation with an attitude of, I need to change this person's mind, or I need to win this conversation, or simply, this person is wrong. If I do, the conversation is probably going to go badly. Rather, I go in with the attitude of, what does this person think? And why? And what can this person teach me? What does this person know that I don't? I have an attitude of respect for the other person, a conviction that the other person has something good to say. I assume that there is room in my heart for this other person's point of view, opinion, and proposal. In order to dialogue, I need to know how to lower my defenses, open the doors of my house, and offer human warmth. Did you catch that? Those last 3 lines I plagiarized the Pope. Plagiarizing is bad. Don't do it. But forgive me for plagiarizing just this once because I wanted to illustrate something. The Pope's words are so cool. They are exactly the kinds of words that I want to say. So much so that I want to steal them. So that almost kind of makes it sound like I'm welcoming Pope Francis onto my bandwagon. Let me clarify. That's not what's going on. The Pope was born in 1936. I am jumping onto his bandwagon. Go, Pope Francis, go! Now, there's a lot more to know about Pope Francis. I simply focus in on dialogue because it's such a cool topic. But he also talks about caring for the poor, caring for victims of conflicts, wars, and violence, and caring for young people that live in hopelessness. Plus more things. There's all sorts of fascinating tidbits to learn about him. For example, for Holy Thursday, he has a tradition to go to prisons and wash the prisoners' feet. Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew I of Constantinople attended his installation as Pope. It's the first time that's happened since the year 1054. And once upon a time, Pope Francis was a bouncer. So even though this is an inadequate introduction to Pope Francis, I hope you like it. I'll leave a link to the address that I referenced in the doobly-doo. It was a really cool address. I loved it. If you know anything awesome about Pope Francis, please leave it in the comment section below so that everyone can see it, and especially me. Pope Francis is so awesome, I want to learn more! Also, once more, everyone who gets to see the Pope this week, I'm really jealous of you. I hope you all have a great week. I will see you next Wednesday. God bless and ciao.